Hey, everybody, welcome back to Morning Talk with Mike and Paul. I'm Big Mike.
I'm Paul.
That's right. We just call him Sir Paul. Okay. He's YouTube royalty over there in England land. And so we call him
I'm
Sir.
YouTube. I'm
I
YouTube. Nobody.
personally knighted him as a Sir Paul. So you can't say nothing about it. After you've been knighted, it's over with. So this morning, we're going to talk about what's on everybody's mind going around, and that is the $2,000 dividend checks from the tariffs that America has brought in so far.
What a fuck up that is.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. People are getting a lot of clicks on, because when you talk free money, people don't see nothing else but, hey, it's free money, and that's
Not
it.
free money. It's
Oh,
not
nothing's free. Nothing's free. Something's going to happen. Okay, when all these taxpayers. Now remember, all these taxpayers.
Yeah.
Because if this happens, the IRS is the one sending out the checks. Okay? Through the Treasury Department.
The Treasury Department is screwing up again.
Well, you could say that.
I am saying that, and they are doing exactly the same as what the British did. Anytime there's money comes in, they want to give it away quick.
Yeah.
Put it in the damn budget.
Well, that's something else we're going to talk about. Okay. But we're going to have a couple of sips of coffee while Paul vents about England.
If they were to do literally everything coming in, put it in the budget, put it in for the taxes and all that, it would bring the individual taxpayers' taxes down. Instead, they want to give it away so they can keep the taxes up.
Right. Now, remember, Paul, the tax rate is set. It would have to go, like for us, it would have to go through the House, the Senate to change the amount or the percentage of taxes that we pay in. Right now, we pay in like $1.2 trillion in income tax to the government. Okay.
But our country's annual growth, it's not growth. Our deficit is too much.
Right.
Use it for that.
Okay.
Bring down the deficit. Because if they bring down the deficit, it brings down the interest payments.
That's right.
And it means you don't fucking pay more.
And we're going to be talking about that. Let's not blow a gasket before we start. Okay. So let's say hello to the people in the chat.
Too late, I've blown it.
Remember, I have pinned the link at the top if you want to come up and join us and shout at the government or the way things are done, or your thoughts on this whole dividend check thing that we're going to talk about. So please join us. I welcome everybody's opinion. And remember,
no, he doesn't. He just wants to start me off.
And remember, opinions are like congressmen and buttholes. Everybody's got one. Or they say we do. Okay. So let's get started. Our friends overseas came in early to say hello and good morning. So I appreciate that. I see Tamara came in. Wow, there's a lot of chatting going on here. Butler Family Farms, welcome in, Jerry. I hope you're feeling better. after your trip to the hospital. I appreciate you for keeping me in the loop, brother. That's what brothers do.
Didn't fucking keep me in it.
Well, now,
Glad to see you better.
Jerry thinks you're a red coat. Hey, there's Wendy over at Hardneck Farms. Remember, Wendy goes live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. So
There's
please
Minty
join her on there. There's Ed over at Whistle Stop. I believe he goes live on Sundays.
Yes.
I don't know the time, but he does go live on Sundays.
I think it's 6 o'clock.
Oh, is it?
I think.
Yeah. Well, I missed it because it was right in the middle of the Chiefs game. And I'm sorry, Ed. Yes, you come after the Chiefs game.
Why the hell would you want to watch a football game?
Because I love it.
But you're not getting paid for it.
That's the whole thing.
You're not getting paid. I don't watch any shit on TV, including sports.
Right.
I would rather watch a movie.
So is that what you do when you just want to blank out the whole world? Is you just watch a movie
No, I turn YouTube on.
and listen to everybody else's problems?
There are so much problems. I usually watch, this time of day, I usually go through 4 hours of watching channels that I watch. I watch their videos. And then in the afternoon, when people start going live, I go on in and see what they're going through. I think, fuck, it's not so bad now.
Well, I watch a lot of off-grid videos, and I think I do that so it reinforces the fact that I never want to live off-grid.
No. I watch.
It's too much work for an old man. That's a young person's thing.
Yeah.
Look how long it's taken Tim just to get his solar up. He's been working on that for almost a year.
Oh, Tim.
Yeah. Well, look how long it took him to put out the dozer video.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I want to watch dozer videos, I just go over and see David.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, let's put it this way. David's filmed Wiley more than Tim did the other one. And he got it out straight away.
Yeah. So we want to say hello to Karen Gradiosi. Did I say that right again?
Yes, Gardiosi.
Okay. I'm going to get it right. Hey, Troy Sutton, how you doing, brother? Yeah, and there's Karen saying, Paul, how is the grandbaby doing?
She's doing absolutely fantastic. After the first 24-hour scare that she gave everyone.
Yeah.
I was over there again with the grandbaby yesterday. I had to take the ex with me though, but I can put up with that.
Yeah.
She doesn't get away with calling me anymore. She starts and I just tell her, shut your fucking gob.
Yeah. Hey, Terri's doing better, a lot better. She still has some numbness around her hips, but once they sever and when they do the surgery and stuff, that's normal. And then your nerves start growing back, and still a little bit of numbness, but all in all, it's basically, once you have surgery like that, it leaves a space, a void, and you, like she was saying, you can feel your body adjusting to that space, that open space and stuff. So
Yeah,
she's doing really good. She stopped taking pain medication. She just takes a 600 milligram ibuprofen that the doctor had prescribed for her. She takes that when she goes to bed, so it helps her sleep and stuff like that. But she's doing
600 milligrams of morphine's better.
We're looking at going live on Wednesday. And she didn't feel like the last two, of course, she just got out of the hospital 2 weeks ago, and she definitely wasn't going to do a live. And then this last week, she was still trying to put it together, and she didn't think she could sit here for an hour. So this week we're going to try it. But this week on Empty Homestead, hanging at the Homestead, what?
Jody Young's visiting.
Oh, okay. We'll get down there. But I just finished putting up all the merch for the Mid-America, the 2026 Mid-America YouTube meetup on our Facebook page, not our Facebook, on our YouTube page. If you go to the About page, we had 3 or 4, I can't remember. I think it was 4 different logos or combinations that you can order. There's some shirts that have the logo on the front, and then on the back is kind of like a concert shirt. It has a logo and outline of America, and it lists each Mid-America, kind of, like a world tour type thing that you see on concerts and stuff like that. So we've got those shirts. People last year were saying, hey, what about long sleeve shirts? We got those on there. People were talking about tank tops because it's May, it's hot. We got those on there. We've got coffee mugs on there, the different logos, whatever you want to purchase. And if you purchase those things, I think we're making like $1, maybe $2 off each one. But all that money goes towards paying for what we have to pay out of our pocket every year for Mid-America. It's not cheap. So that helps us. So if you want to do that, get you a nice t-shirt, go over there and purchase whatever you want. And yes, we are making a shirt for Paul Honeyman. He will be getting one of those. Thank
you.
Okay. So he'll be with us in spirit, if not in body. So yeah, just wanted to put that in. So Wednesday, we're going to be giving away a Mid-America YouTube 2026 t-shirt as a giveaway on there. Jody Young, oh wow, has sent out 10 Empty Homestead gift memberships. Thank you, Jody. I'm gonna get down there. Trust me. Rhonda Dotson, welcome in. Cold day here. It's 36 degrees.
Are you doing a crew neck style sweatshirt for women?
A crew neck. What is a crew neck?
Crew neck is like a t-shirt is, without the V's. You've got a V-neck. You've got a
like this.
Yeah.
I didn't see any. I will check those. I didn't see any, but I will check those. It's easy enough for me to put them on there. Hey, there's Barbara Castile. Welcome in.
Jerry says it's your fault he got sick.
Yeah, we look like twins. We are twins.
Yeah. I'm saying Jerry says it's all Mike's fault. On Friday, he said I look bad, so I got there.
Yeah. Hey, the Bud Files. Welcome in, guys. I'm scrolling. Ray Castile, good morning to you, brother.
Well, if you see Ray first, you'll see Barbara second. If you see Barbara first, you know Ray's coming in.
Yeah, short-handed Homestead's in here. Welcome in. Debbie
I know,
Drop.
everybody.
Hello, hello.
You know who they are, don't you?
There's Jody Young.
Hey, sweetheart, how are you?
We're doing
How
great.
you guys doing?
We're
Hi,
doing
Debbie.
good.
It's good to see you.
Yes, it's good to see you. How are you feeling?
Much better. It's been one heck of a year.
Yeah.
I was in the nursing home for 11 months,
Yeah.
rehab, and then at least 2 to 3 months in and out of the hospital and ER.
Yeah.
So I'm finally doing better.
Good.
So I'm in my new apartment and I'm loving it.
Yeah. There's James Hall, y'all, Shade Tree Cook. If you haven't checked out his channel, please do that. Let's see.
So here's my Christmas tree.
Oh, we haven't even thought about that yet.
I never
I
do.
know. I got my door decorated and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Terry usually does that right after Thanksgiving, but after a good night's sleep afterwards, then we start working on the Christmas tree. I can't do anything but carry it down for her because I will place ornaments in the wrong place. I'm more of a just throw all the crap on there, and she's like, everything is got. And if my daughter comes down here and Terry's finished the tree, then Brittany will start. Everything's got to be symmetrical. The distance between, oh my, it's
That's too funny.
They should come to my place. I don't decorate.
If Brittany came over there and spent 2 days at your house, Paul, number one, you couldn't find nothing after she organizes it. And number two, you'll know how filthy you actually live.
If Brittany came over to my place for 2 days, you'd never see her again.
Oh,
I'll have a chain door.
I love Brittany, but man, when she comes over, she can't just sit and enjoy. She has to work. I mean, number one, she took on the task of cleaning the pantry, and I'm just like going, "Where's everything at? It's not where we left it at." And I can't let her go in my shop. I'll never do that again.
No.
No.
When she went in your shop, you had a nice shop.
Yeah, I did. Minty Cactus, welcome in. Guys, you got to go over there in the mornings and check out Minty Cactus on her morning lives that she does. Good conversation, a lot of great people in there, and a lot of different ideas. So,
Penny, I don't decorate for Christmas.
hello, Penny. Welcome in. Glad you're here. 4 o'clock, Whistle Stop has his live.
Oh, I thought it was 5.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to stop in and say hi, guys.
Okay.
What do I hit the arrow to get out?
I'm glad you're doing better. Congratulations on your new apartment.
Thank you, dear. Now to get out, I hit the arrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
orange square at the bottom.
Well, you guys have a wonderful day and God bless everybody.
Yes. God bless you.
Okay.
You stay safe and take care.
Take care.
All right. And there's our cabin in the woods. Tony says, good morning, Mike and Paul. Needing more pre-op for Thursday. Can't chat. Sitting in
Doc's office now.
Doc's office now. Okay. Well, just listen.
If he needs more pre-op, has he found himself a better looking nurse than his beloved wife?
Well, I don't think she's certified in the knee replacement.
Oh, I'm sure she can use her knees quite well.
Paul,
If he misbehaves, she'll use her knees.
Angie is a saint. Oh man.
She's a saint that's been through the army.
She
She
does.
knows.
She works for the VA.
Yeah, and she knows exactly what us dirty perverts in the forces get up to.
Well, I will tell you that when you see Angie, you go, "Oh, she's beautiful. She looks meek and mild." But man, don't get that woman fired up. She's been around veterans too long to hold
My
her.
point exactly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's the memberships. So if you've got a membership, courtesy of Jody Young, welcome to the MT Homies. Glad you guys are here. Hey, Liam McGottigan. How you doing, brother? Glad to see you. Rebecca Touched by Yarns in here.
I know. I've said hello.
I did want to say Rainy Ridge. I know I put it up there before, but
Eric and Tina.
yeah. Yeah. I don't.
No.
You know, I don't know.
I have not put decorations up to celebrate Christmas since 2007.
Why does 2007 come up?
Because that's when I got split. That's when I split from my ex. I didn't have any kids. I didn't have any kids to decorate for.
There you go. All right.
Tony's beyond prayer.
There's Amy and Chris over there at Leonard Mountain Homestead.
Tony's prayers were answered when he was given Angie.
Yeah.
He's been praying to Satan ever since.
You know, I will tell you that it's taken me a lifetime. Been in many relationships in my life. Was married for 22 years. Only lived with the woman for 9 of those years because I was always deployed or I was working drug team and stuff like that when I was a cop. And when we got divorced, we figured out that we only lived together for 9 years of the 22, but five or six of those years was the separation. We got divorced over in Germany where we got married. And other relationships, 9 years single after that. And then I met Terrie. And I will tell you that I have never been in a relationship where I need to be around that person. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? There's nothing that has happened in our life where it's like when I was working, I couldn't wait to get home. And prior to that, I couldn't wait to go to work. So yeah. Ed Kirkpatrick's, welcome in, brother. There's Jason over at Okies Eden. Good to see you. Burns Pacquiao, there she is, our good friend. I liked all your videos of your family and out to dinner and all that, dinner after church. Thanks for posting those. I love seeing that. And I found out that she's from Negros in the Philippines, and I was there in 2016. And we didn't know that until we talked. So,
you see, if you'd known that earlier, you could have visited.
We go live Tuesdays, 8 p.m. 10 a.m. for Amy's Community Kitchen, and then 5 p.m. Central Standard Time with Derek Fowler and Debbie Drock. All right.
Yep, they go live the same time as Sergeant's Talk with Big Mike and Jason from White Rock.
On Tuesday, yep.
Yep.
But I have a different crowd.
Yeah, your crowd's all veterans.
Yeah, or people related, or widows and Gold Star family members. But I do get a shout out every Tuesday from Chris while they're live. He always comes in. I guess he's on his phone, Mr. Leonard Mountain, saying hello and having us down here while they're doing their live. Sorry about that, Amy, if you didn't know that. Your husband is cheating.
How to throw your friends under the bus
on Tuesdays.
How to throw your friends under the bus.
There you go. See, if there's one thing anybody knows about me, I am honest to a fault, because I can't remember a lie if I told one. So I say, screw it. I just tell you the truth.
I am honest to a fault, but I can also keep my gob shut when somebody tells me something.
Yeah.
Big Mike cannot.
No, I can't. Well, no, I've kept secrets. Number one, I've kept secrets for White Rock because I'm scared to death of Tara.
We used to have a brilliant comedy sketch series with Hattie Jakes and the Come On Gang.
Yeah.
Back in 1980s, 1990s.
Mm-hmm.
Tara reminds me so much of Hattie Jakes.
Yeah.
Don't get this wrong, Tara, if you watch this. She was a big woman and she'd come for you. And Tara reminds me so much of her.
Yeah. I think I can't screw this one up. Whew. Thank you, Amy, for saying hello to Jamie down there, because I skipped right over Jamie. O'Rourke. Man, I'd never hear the end of that one, huh? But there she is, blonde and beautiful. There she is.
That's
all right.
Not blonde. Jamie is not blonde. She's silver.
She's silver?
She's silver. Jamie stopped being blonde about 30 years ago. Hiya, Jamie.
I'm going to call her blonde.
Do you know why Jamie doesn't go skateboarding?
You can always watch the replay. It's kind of funny about lives. Once your live is over and you look at the numbers, how many people, the views and stuff like that, it really doesn't really increase a lot on rewatches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know why they save them and have all that space on YouTube, but once they're watched, they're usually done and over with. So, and then a lot of the older videos that you do is because people have searched something and they said, hey, I want to know about quail. Boom, it pops up. And I will tell you, between it didn't make a lot of money, but when you look at our quail video from when it started, I think we only had like 1,200 views within the first week. And then from the first week till now, it has gained over 32,000 views. That's a lot.
See what Jamie put down. Jamie says, I'm as grey as you can get. I was dark ash blonde, 38, 29, 36, all legs. When I get to heaven, me and God are going to have words.
Wait,
And you know
I
what?
was dark ash blonde, 38, 29, 36.
Yeah. Do you know why Jamie can't skateboard anymore?
As a guy, and if we lived around each other, yeah, we'd have been dating. You damn right. And then come to find out, Jamie has relatives that used to live here in McAllister, Oklahoma. The more you know, right?
Yeah.
The more you know. Okay.
Evelyn
So-
Newman.
What's that?
Evelyn Newman's just come in.
There she is, Evelyn Newman. Welcome in.
Jamie can't go roller skating or skateboarding anymore.
Aging sucks now. 58, 40, 40, 40, and hairy legs.
And
Hey,
I never wear knickers.
that's right.
I wear boxers. Hello, David.
Okay.
But Jamie has to stand.
Bluegrass. Welcome
If
in.
Jamie doesn't stand up when she's walking, she gets road rats on her nipples.
Shh, Paul. She says she still has Ken here. All right.
She's got no damn light in the shower. Yeah. From below her chest.
Paul.
What?
All right. So, hey, dividend checks. Okay. Good, bad.
Waste of damn time.
Should people who pay into the government get a check, or should everybody get a check? Okay, from
Nobody should get it.
from the dividends of the tariffs. Now, remember, that's money earned on products and all that stuff coming into the United States from other countries. Okay, I have an echo on your end, Paul.
I've only got this turned on.
Okay, well. So on Truth Social, Trump posted the following, and I quote, "People that are against tariffs are fools. We are now the richest, most respected country in the world with almost no inflation. It's very, very low. I remember Biden years it went all the way up to 9% in inflation. And a record, let me finish saying what he said. And the record stock market price, 401ks are at their highest ever. We are taking in trillions of dollars and will soon begin paying down the enormous debt of $37 trillion and climbing. Record investments in the United States, plants and factories going up all over the place. A dividend of at least $2,000 per person, not including high income earners, will be paid to everyone." That's what he said. And that unleashed a firestorm of politicians that hate Trump, that thought tariffs were horrible, was going to ruin America. If you remember all that garbage that was going on. None of these people, of which have ever hired anybody, have never supplied jobs, have never paid payroll to people, are bitching and complaining in Washington that tariffs were going to destroy America. However, since the tariffs were put in place, okay, and he's negotiated tariff prices and all that, we have collected over $200 billion in tariffs that they have counted so far. Okay. That they have counted. Remember that one thing? Hey, we just found $32 million and we don't know where it goes. Later on, they found out that was tariffs paid and there was so much money coming in, the accountants in the Treasury couldn't keep up with it. Okay. So look at it that way. Did it hurt America? So far, it has not. Okay. I do believe that because of all this going on, the beef industry lost their freaking minds. This is my opinion, doing some research, my opinion. All right. And then everybody was getting all pissed off that he was going to use tariff money because he keeps the purse, guys. Okay. This is money that was not budgeted with Congress. And oh, by the way, they still haven't passed a freaking budget yet. And everybody knows what's going on in there, and we're not going to hash that out. But he was going to take the money and he was going to show the beef industry, stop screwing with Americans. And he was going to buy all the beef he could because he was cutting a deal with Argentina, big cattle country. Okay. Bring that beef up here, bring down the beef prices, because when there's more beef, the prices go down. All right. When you're shipping all your cattle overseas because you're making more money overseas, then there's not going to be beef here. That's why the prices go up. And like I told you before, I've got a friend that sells over 5,000 head of cattle every year, and all of it goes to Japan. Okay. Not 1 pound of beef hits the U.S. market for this guy because he's getting more than top dollar from them, and they're paying the transportation cost on top of all that. So why wouldn't he sell it to another country when he can't get the same money here in the States? All right, there's more money to be made overseas. Now that the tariffs are in place and Japan is paying a higher tariff, okay, to bring stuff in, the same thing happened to beef. So everybody don't get your knickers all tore up and all this freaking he said, she said things. You got to look at how inflation happens and how prices go up. All right. When the demand, there's a lot of something. I don't care if it's tomatoes. I don't care if it's eggs. If you've got a lot of it, prices go down. If you don't have a lot, then the prices go up because it's harder to get. All right. And if you've gone through the meat aisle at Walmart or whatever, I mean, I wanted to throw up. Okay. $37. $37 for two steaks, you know, that are like freaking whatever. They weren't good steaks, and they want $37. And you look over at, you know, the prime choices, and you just go, good God, I'll eat pork or I'll eat something else. But that's what he said on Truth Social. So based on that precedent, it is very likely we're looking at the same cutoff that Senator Josh Hawley made. Now, he proposed a bill that would say, okay, let's send out checks for $600 from the tariff money. $600 per person, as long as you made under $100,000 in your family. Okay? Anybody over $100,000 wouldn't get the $600 check. So when that went in there, people, hey, that's a pretty good idea. But of course, the left said, oh, no, you got to bring down the deficit. Okay. You got to bring down the deficit. And a lot of people saying, yeah, you're right. But you can't start bringing down the deficit until these politicians stop giving money away and spending it like we actually got money. Because when you're $37 trillion in the hole, okay, let's look at your household. What if in your household you look at your book and you go, oh my God, we're $2,000 in the hole. That means you're spending more than your means, meaning you don't make enough to live at that level, and now you're going in the hole. Okay, now you got to rob Peter to pay Paul. And that sucks.
I didn't get fucking paid anything.
That's right. So you got to look at it like that until they can stop freaking spending money that they don't have and coming up with every single thing to help people so they can get their vote. That's all they're doing. That's why they pork belly all these bills in Congress. That's why they call it pork bellying, because you're just piling on stuff. It could be a bill to do whatever. Okay, I don't know. A highway bill. And inside that highway bill,
Bad choice.
20 or 30 or hundreds of little things that say, okay, we pass this highway bill, we'll get his vote if we can build a road to some chicken farm in Virginia. That's added in there. And another senator says, hey, we need to upgrade our jails. So they stick that in there. So if that highway bill passes, all those things get funded at the same time. That's bullshit.
That's sneaky bastards.
Yeah. But that's what they're doing. Or, hey, we have a thing that was created way back, I don't know, one of the Democratic presidents created by executive order USAID. And that thing was to monitor our friends around the world. But what it turned into was a slush fund that politicians, they would stick money in there. They said, okay, we got to do this. We're going to fund this. And all that money goes down into USAID, who's supposed to monitor our friends around the world. But what they were doing was, and this is just my thought, they were funding all these things that you've heard about, transgender freedom in Uganda, or
The whole transgender thing was stupidity.
gay and lesbian education in Rwanda. All these things that they were paying out for, Sesame Street in frickin' Iraq, that was coming out of USAID. But here's what Big Mike thinks after doing a deep dive on all this stuff, is that was the money really going to where they said it was going? And who was on the receiving end? And why was there no financial trail to follow the money that you, the taxpayer, paid into, and that our politicians and government agency was sending out? No trail. So you can say, hey, we're spending $12 million on gay and lesbian education somewhere in Africa. Who did they send it to? The trail stopped. Okay. Spending all this money. Could you imagine if we never did that and all that money was in the treasury and it wasn't going out into the billions and billions of dollars? And you wonder why we're $37 trillion in the hole? And so now the politicians are saying, hey, yeah, I mean, the party that says they're for the middle class, and you hear all this rhetoric that goes on spewing out of their filthy sewers, saying that they want to help the people. And then when somebody comes up like Trump and says, hey, we're making all this money, so some of this stuff needs to go back to the people to help them out because they're hurting. Now it's a bad idea. It's a bad idea from the left. And you need to pay down the debt because we can't manage our money. Okay, let's say we make $1 trillion and we put it on there. It goes down to 36 trillion. How much money do you think that they're going to spend to bring it back up to $37 trillion? It's going to happen. Okay. But remember when Biden was paying all these dividend checks, or not dividend checks, but these surplus checks or whatever the hell he called it, because Trump did it. So he did number 2 and number 3, and people were getting money. And the Fed just started printing freaking money. They were just printing money. And when you print money and you can't back up money, that's what we call inflation happens. Okay? Because your money ain't worth shit.
Yep.
You're just spending money and giving it to people, and they're paying for stuff, and you didn't earn the money within the federal government. That's called inflation. You're spending beyond your means. So, of course, inflation went up. And if you remember during Biden, it went up to what, almost 9% or whatever it was. I can't remember. Hey, good morning, Lacey. Good to see you. So that's what's happening. So Josh Hawley came up with this thing originally, and Trump was very clear about this. The payments is going out to, now check this out, U.S. citizens. If you are a permanent resident or here on a visa, okay, according to the language, you do not qualify for it. You have to be a citizen of the United States to get this. So what does that do? People on visa, people are working on citizenship, illegal aliens, nobody can get a check. Only those people. So what do? They turn it over to the IRS. The IRS can say, Big Mike, yeah, he paid a shitload of taxes. So him and his wife, oh, he's retired now, so now he's only making this. Yeah, he makes under 100,000. We'll send him a check. And of course, Terrie doesn't get one because they file jointly. Okay? If you file separately, okay, remember the old checks, 2020 and stuff like that, those checks that people got, you had to make under 150,000. Now it's 100,000 in order to get one of these checks if they go out, right? All right. So here's the deal. Low and middle income families, if you're working, family struggling with bills, you're exactly who this is designed for. Single parents working 2 jobs, veterans on fixed income, seniors on Social Security, disabled veterans on SSDI. This is directly aimed at you to help you. So do you think this is the right move to limit these checks if they come out? I got to keep saying if they come out, that they're directing it to the people who are actually hurting. Okay. Now, if you make 100,000 or more and you're still not living within your means, you need to reevaluate your living situation. Okay. Hey, Bowen, how you doing? Welcome in. I know I missed some people, didn't I?
I'll just keep going.
There's our friend Lacey.
Yes.
Because I'm going to tell you something, guys. I have spent hours looking at this stuff. Okay. Listening to people on the left, listening to people on the right, if everybody was a middle of the road Democrat and Republican, we probably could get some shit done in America. But when all these people are too far left and too far right, that's what screws it up for everybody. Okay. Middle of the road, they tend to agree on each other. Middle of the road Republican is like Fetterman. He's a middle of the road Republican. He goes, man, that freaking makes sense. A clean CR, we open up the government and we stop hurting people. That's what we need in Congress. These far left people got to go. Okay, AOC and all that freaking group of freaking idiots. And then
you want to know where all your money went? There's a perfect example. How the hell do you go from being a waitress earning minimum wages to being a multi-millionaire?
She got the young vote.
And she got the young vote, but that doesn't explain how 176,000 a year for a politician has became how many million? 22 million she's got now?
I'm going to tell you something. If you look at her constituents and where she's from, she's the perfect person for them people. Hell, they just voted in a communist to be the mayor of their city.
Yeah, and that's,
I'm telling you guys, New York, I thought California was screwed up, but they're screwed up as a whole. New York is definitely screwed up. I'm sorry.
as somebody said before, they have completely forgotten 9/11. They have now got an Islamic, they've now got a Muslim in charge of New York when he takes office.
All you have to do is look at London and look at how screwed up London is with their Muslim mayor.
Yeah.
What, 12 years?
12 years, and he's done fuck all for the British people.
Yeah.
Unless you're Muslim, he's done nothing.
And that tells me that the Muslim population in London outweighs actual Englanders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do there. And he bought a knighthood.
Yeah. It's crazy. So again, do you think that's the right move? Or is this just a political plot?
It's a mistake.
Okay. And why is it a mistake?
Because every year we hear how much our countries, and I say ours because ours is just as bad,
Yeah.
is in debt. Our Prime Minister is still trying to go through a back door to get us back into Brussels. We don't fucking want it.
Oh, to be part of the EU?
Yeah, we don't want it. We voted to get out because we were sick of it. We were paying, in NATO, we were paying nearly as much as you lot.
Yeah.
And the reason you didn't go into NATO was because of the bloody war, how much they wanted to charge you lot.
Yeah.
It was disgusting. I mean, we were paying 5 times more than Germany. And they've got everything over there because of it. So as far as I'm concerned, any money comes in should go into the budget. Yeah, Europe's been screwed for years. Any money comes in should go into the budget to bring the deficit down. When that comes down, people don't have to pay so much taxes. And I don't care what you say, Mike, the IRS would have to lower the taxes if the deficit came down.
Yeah.
Yes.
95% of the U.S. Congress is corrupt. I agree. I'm going to tell you
US Congress.
there's so many hands in these politicians' pockets, okay? they're going to have to switch from suits. All right. You remember the parachute pants? Remember the parachute pants? Okay. Can't touch this. You know,
Yeah.
big thing. That's what they need to hold all the money that these people are paying these politicians to vote for them and not for the people in their state. That's the problem. But where is the real problem? Okay. The real problem when you have such a huge debt, okay, is you have politicians, okay, remember, only the House and Senate can create law and propose bills. Also, they prepare the budget. And until politicians realize one thing, you bring in $1.2 trillion in taxes. And until you can live within your means, meaning you have to prepare a budget that goes and you can only spend $1.2 trillion. That's it. That will never freaking happen with the size of government and special programs and all these things that get paid out.
Yeah.
I'm all for getting rid of, at the federal level, all right, the education department. Send that money down to the states and let the states figure out what's best for their state. Is going to school in LA the same as going to school in Des Moines, Iowa? Totally different animals. Namely, because in Des Moines, Iowa, they're not trying to burn down the school and kill teachers every frickin' day. Okay? That's a big difference. So what's good for one state may not be good for another state. So when you make laws governing the education and it goes to everybody, it's not working. We have dumb kids. Okay? We have dumb
adults.
We're giving kids too much freedom while they're in the school. All right? I think cell phones should be outlawed and you can't bring them into school. Okay? I believe
I think they should be locked in their lockers all day.
I don't care. Oh, but my kid can't. Well, how did your kid get a hold of you in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s, and part of the 90s? They went to the office and they said, hey, I need to call my mom because I need, a new pair of pants because I ripped mine or whatever the case is. And they dial it. Hey, Mom, I need a pair of pants. I pissed my pants in school, whatever. I don't know. What happened to all these? And now you can't live without it. Now parents, instead of whooping your kid's butt, it is more traumatic that you take away their cell phone. You take away a teenager's cell phone, it's like you just cut off a leg. All right? They are so attached that adults are so attached to it. Your whole life is being guided by that damn cell phone. Okay? If something happened and something happened, I'm just a hypothetical, an explosion went off and an EMP wave went across the states and knocked out everything, technology was all wiped out because of EMP. And if you know anything about EMP, if you have something on, it's dead. It blows it. Okay? Could Americans or anybody in the world survive without their damn cell phones? That means, oh, shoot, I have to actually do something. I can't hide in the basement and play PlayStation because I left my PlayStation on and the EMP ruined it. Okay? Yeah, I know they outlawed spanking. Okay? worst move they've ever freaking done in my opinion. Okay. Hey, Farmall and Forge, welcome in.
My packers are all warm.
Because I remember when I went to junior high school, when my mom had to go there, and she had to sign the letter that if your son acts up, you need to sign this because we're gonna whoop his ass right here in the office. And if you don't sign it, you need to find another school for your kid.
They used to do that in military schools.
I'm going to tell you something. Screw feelings. Okay? Screw everybody gets a trophy. Teach your kid what losing's all about. Okay?
They'll find out when they're older.
I'm telling you.
They'll find out what losing's like when they're older.
Yeah.
They go for a job interview and they don't get it.
Teach them that losing sucks. Okay? It's a horrible.
Losing sucks. Losing sucks like a $2 whore.
Yeah.
With braces.
Yeah, the modern public school system is so lacking that the students need the phone to be able to look up the work they are doing. Yeah, I mean, I get that. I get that. But now you can get your phone and you can write a paper, use apps to make you smarter than you really are. Because it will rewrite your term paper or whatever you're doing. It'll give you the answer to everything. I mean, you can do your homework and they said, okay, we want to see your work. You can plug it into the app and it does all the work. So you just copy it down. Did you learn anything? No, you're just copying what your phone told you to do. Okay. And that's the screwed up part about it all. I mean, totally screwed up. Exactly. Yeah. Divorce is losing. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. So, all right. So, and before you say, okay, like I told you guys, is this going to cause more inflation if everybody got a check? Now, remember, America actually earned this money, okay, through tariffs. We earned this money through tariffs. However, as everybody knows, real money is about O's and ones and all that shit, okay? It's all computer based. It isn't like, hey, we're bringing over rice from Japan or from Korea, and oh, by the way, here's a safe or a crate full of money to pay the tariffs. No, it's done through X's, O's and ones, zeros and ones, whatever the banking industry uses. That's all it is. They're just shoving numbers around, and now you go, oh, okay, we got this much money. You don't have the money. Okay, it's all in a database. It's all in a computer base. Okay, again, what happens? EMP knocks out all these computers. Where's your history? Because I will tell you, we had a mandate when I worked for the federal government. We were not allowed to save hard copies of anything. It's all supposed to be loaded up into the cloud. The government loads everything up in the cloud. You can't have hard copies because we're trying to save the environment. All right? Stop killing trees. What happens when all that gets blown out and it's all lost? Then what are you going to do? Because in the government, we are not allowed to shut off our computers at night. We're supposed to reboot it after we get done for the day It goes on. That way, the IT nerds can do updates and all that stuff to your computers. What if everybody in the Department of Defense, Department of War, whatever you want to call it, loses all their stuff? Remember way back when a 14-year-old boy from Thailand hacked the DOD, and the entire DOD was down for almost 2 weeks. We did not know what to do. We stopped having meetings because we couldn't put up a PowerPoint slide to do a briefing on. We didn't have no more butcher paper on an easel, where when I worked in an S3, which is the operations section of a battalion, we had soldiers that had good penmanship, and we put a piece of paper, lined paper, behind the paper, and they wrote out what we were going to brief. We didn't even have that. Okay. So that's where we're at. And not to mention, Chuck and Nancy, the shit ton of money that they spent over the years is in the trillions of dollars.
And you wonder why you're in trillions of dollars of debt.
Yeah, look how long she was Speaker of the House, and he's been up in the Senate. I think his days are numbered, because he's not far left enough for the powers that be in Congress. Okay, and Nancy, she just, of course, she's retiring, thank God. Okay,
I still think she has something
that we didn't have. Okay, including the $1.5 trillion they moved over to support the affordable health care. The ACA, guys, they moved trillions of dollars. I mean, $1.5 trillion to support. Now, listen, guys, the affordable health care. If you've got to send subsidies every year to support the affordable health care, is it really affordable? Maybe to somebody that's not paying into the government, maybe somebody that's on welfare, maybe somebody that can't make enough money for whatever reason, because healthcare is out of control. Okay, and I don't believe you take, like one senator said, you should take this money and put it into the affordable health care so everybody can afford it. No, you put it in there because these freaking insurance companies are going to make trillions of dollars. Healthcare will skyrocket, okay, so they can justify all the money that Congress is sending over in subsidies. I don't get it. And I've said this before, they need to stop doing all these congressional hearings, these Senate hearings on how bad and how you voted, and we're going to put you in jail from the last administration and all this crap. Stop it and start doing things that really freaking matter. And what matters is controlling the healthcare market. I remember when cable companies were out of control. Okay, some of you may remember this. All right. And Congress took control of the cable companies and put a mandate that you can only ask for this much for the services. All right. They absolutely controlled it. But healthcare has got their hands so deep in these politicians' pockets, they won't even discuss it. Let's just throw more money at it. And, what's the real problem? Oh, it's not affordable? We should take care of that? No. Their thing is throw more money at the problem. That's what the government does. Throw more money at it and more money at it, and nothing ever gets fixed.
They're throwing money at donkeys, expecting it to win the horse race.
Yeah. Oh, the ACA is nothing but a slush fund for politicians and all own stock in the medical. I'm sure they do. And big pharma? Why is America paying more for pharmaceuticals than other countries? And it's made here. They're American-based companies, but it's cheaper to go to another country, go to Mexico, buy your drugs, go to Canada, and get whatever you need. Don't get caught crossing the border with it. Okay? You might as well have a bag of fentanyl in your pocket.
Now you'll get passed on that.
Yeah, I remember that.
You get the right border patrol, and he'll just wave you through. Just drop a $5 out the window.
Paul doesn't know any clean English jokes.
Here's the cleanest one. 3 bears on a plane, and the plane's going down. There's only 2 parachutes. Dad puts a parachute on. Mum puts a parachute on. And they both jump out. When they get down on the ground, they're surprised to see baby bear. How'd you get it? Me not daft, me not silly. Me hang on to daddy's willy.
Paul. Yeah. So they spent $500 billion on the affordable health care, which is not so affordable like we just discussed. And that's what the shutdown was all about. More of the same. Keep pushing money to something that's not affordable. Okay? On top of which you have, like we said earlier, Jerome Powell, ever since 2020, over at the Federal Reserve, was printing money that we couldn't back up. So if you can't back up your money, it's worthless. Okay, and when you do that, remember we got a double-digit inflation, and the price index was at 9.6, and it almost hit 9.8 inflation. All right, and we couldn't survive on that. There's no way we can survive. Inflation was so freaking high. I think what is inflation? The percentage on loans now is between 5% and 6%. We got this house in 2015. And what was ours? 3.21. I think that's what we got, a fixed rate. I would hate to go out and buy a house and it's up towards 5 and 6.
It's 13 over here.
That's another reason why we haven't moved to Texas. All right. And until that inflation rate goes down, good God, guys, you know how much extra you're going to pay? If we had 3.21 or whatever it was, I can't remember, because we got 0.25 off because we're veterans, so we got it even lower than what the national rate was. Double the amount of interest that you're going to pay if we go and buy a new house. Our goal is to sell this place, and whatever we make off this place, that's what we're going to purchase and buy with at the next, because we want to downsize our footprint. The house is way too big for us.
I can honestly see our countries both going back to the 1930s.
Yeah.
if the politicians don't pack it in, we are going to end up in another depression.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you something. We don't have $37 trillion in gold stashed away. There's no freaking way. If you had it, you wouldn't be $37 trillion in the hole, right?
Yeah.
So that's above and beyond what we actually have. So there you go. And now, gold. Have
You know
guys
what they're
seen-
doing? I've just figured it out.
It's almost $4,000 an ounce now.
I've just figured it out what they're doing.
Need to go down to your little creek bottoms and start mining and panning for gold because it's out of control. It's almost what it's. I think I can't remember. Somebody look it up. I think it's close to $4,000 an ounce.
I've just figured out what our governments are doing. You know how if we want to be completely debt free, our credit score goes down to 0 because we're debt free. They're trying to make sure they've still got a bloody well good lending zone.
Don't get me started on property tax. Yeah, Butler Family Farm says it's over $4,000 an ounce. All right. A year and a half ago, it was at 19 and people were losing their $1,900 an ounce. People were losing their mind. And now it's over doubled. I'm watching what's that kid up in Canada, Alaska, on Gold Rush?
Porter.
Who?
Porter.
Who's Porter?
He's one of those on Gold Rush.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're digging their butts off right now. 4,000, and
There you
he's
go. Parker, not Porter. Sorry.
Parker. And he's mining his ass off right now. The new season came out, and guys, they are stripping the land because if he gets 10,000 ounces like he wants to, 10,000 ounces times $4,000. I'm going to tell you something. But it does cost money to make that kind of money.
Yeah,
So,
but
yeah.
Parker's he's already spent that money on all the machinery and all that.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, Parker Schnabel. There you go. Schnabel. I like that name. I watched it
remember when he
back
first
when he was a little kid mining with his grandpa. Yeah. I wish
I
they
remember
would
when I
have
first-
property tax in Oklahoma, but you got to find a way to make up for that if you're the government. Florida found out that they make so much money on tourism that they have a surplus every year. So that's why they're ending property tax in the state of Florida. Plus, there's no income tax. They make so much money on tourism for just being the state of Florida. And they've taken over a lot of that from California because who the hell wants to go to California?
California.
Yeah, California. Yeah. So anyway, let me get back to this. Well, we still got some time because I want to get done before 10 o'clock. I got to take cats to get spaded.
I've already been done. Did you hear that, Lacey? I've already been done.
But if they were smart, they would have tried to keep inflation contained during the Biden years because their action just put Trump in a more positive light. They screwed it up so bad. I mean, Trump, what he did in his first term was like a big shiny moon on a dark night compared to what they did to the inflation rate. Okay.
I can show you a shiny moon.
And so that's where we're at right now. If we were saying, okay, $2,000 per person is okay, but the big question is, could we create more inflation than we're at right now? Okay. Some would say that we earn the money, so it wouldn't affect inflation. And some people are saying we're $37 trillion in the hole. So any money until we get rid of inflation, we have no money. And if you give everybody $2,000 and they go out and they spend it, there's nothing backing up the $2,000. I mean, you're going to get whatever you bought, but that causes inflation. Okay.
Before we go on, that $2,000, they're going to give that $2,000 away. They're going to charge interest on it. Then they're going to charge tax on it.
Mm-hmm.
When they spend it, you've got to pay, what is it you lot call it? When you go into the shops and you've got to pay your extra taxes?
We don't pay an excise tax.
No, I'm talking about in your shops.
You just pay the city, the state, and whatever taxes are on the product.
Yeah. So, in other words, that's going to come out of that.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not getting $2,000. You're probably only getting about $1,400.
If that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
You've got sales tax on everything.
I just fell out of my chair. So anyway,
I was just letting her know I was safe.
Me personally, I want to say, since we are giving out money in this large of an amount, it would cause inflation, but it is money America has earned, some people would say, through the tariffs. And I think we're in a different environment, financially speaking, right now. And I say that because we have brought down, or we didn't. Trump and his team has worked hard at bringing that inflation down. So the question remains, can we afford $2,000 dividend checks per person, or should we put it towards the national debt each year as we earn it through tariffs? Like Paul said at the beginning, if you make $1 trillion every year, put it down on there. And then the same thing is, you have to live within the $1.2 trillion in taxes that are forecasted every year. If you can do that and hold steady, all right, that debt until we start making more money through tariffs, we haven't seen a full year of tariffs yet, okay, then yes. Now you have to look at what is going on with the $17 trillion in investments that foreign companies are putting into America. 17 trillion. How much more money is that going to bring in taxes to the federal government? Hyundai's building a plant. Mercedes already built a plant. BMW's built a plant. All these plants coming over here and said, hey, to avoid the tariffs, we're going to build a plant here, hire American workers here, pay them a working wage or whatever their wages are for working that. Of course, everybody that comes over and they start a plant, the workers are going to start a union. And unions, to me, is the worst thing that's ever happened to America. Okay? You got to be part of the union, and you got to do this. And all it is people at the top making freaking humongous paychecks. And are they really doing anything for you? I believe in the right to work state. Okay. So if you're in a right to work state, don't start no freaking union here. I had to live through a union in the government because government workers belong to a union. And you can't just fire somebody. You got to fight the union to get rid of somebody. So that 17 trillion in investments, okay, is going to help, but it may increase taxes and all that other stuff because more people are going to go to work. All right. I'd rather go to work and put a bolt into a car and make $20, $30 an hour than bag groceries for minimum wage. Okay. And then they say, oh, if you raise the minimum wage to $15, okay, how many businesses does that put out of business? Because they can't afford it. You don't think about that. You don't think about the people who create jobs. You say, hey, tax those rich sons of bitches. Tax them. Tax those rich people. They're the ones creating jobs. How many businesses do you think is going to flee New York under this communist mayor come January? How many people are going to be out of work because they're saying, man, I mean, look, I just seen Dallas, Texas. I think it was some big retailer is moving out of New York and they're building a huge business office to get out of New York and it's going to Texas. It's some kind of but it's a clothing. I mean, it's like Saks but there's another company. They're moving to Texas because Texas is giving them all the breaks in taxes. New York ain't. Everybody's equal. Share it all. Government run stores. Man, the government can't run shit. I'm a testament to that. The government should never be running any kind of business. They suck at it. Okay? So yeah, $17 trillion in investments coming in here. But we can all see over time how this is going to shake out and if it's going to work or not. Everybody on the left is all these Debbie Downers. It ain't going to work. Well, that's what you said about tariffs, right? That's what you said about Trump winning the presidency. All this stuff and everything's getting better. It doesn't, I mean, it takes a while to fix a total screw up. It doesn't fix itself overnight. And everybody go, hey, where's the change? Where's the food prices going down? All this other stuff. Where's all that? Guys, he's only been in office for 11 months. Ain't even been a year. And he's trying to fix the screw ups that happened before he got in there. In between his last presidency and here, 4 years, America got tore up from the floor up. We got used. We got billions and billions of dollars going to some kind of cause around the world, but they found it. And they can only retrieve $193 billion of the billions and billions of dollars that they couldn't because somebody grabbed a hold of it all.
Hello, Mike. Can you hear me?
Hey, what's going on, Alfonso?
I'm good, and you? Hey, I hear you guys talk about the minimum wage. Where I'm from in Las Cruces, New Mexico, they increased the minimum wage to $10.10 an hour around 2018.
Yeah.
And you know what happened to a lot of businesses? Now to work at a McDonald's in Las Cruces, you gotta have a college degree. You have to work at any minimum wage job in Las Cruces.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to pay that much to someone who just got out of high school.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that happened in Las Cruces.
When you raise the minimum wage, two things are going to happen. The business is going to go out of business because they can't afford, or they're going to let go a lot of people and try to go to automatic systems. Okay.
Right.
AI type stuff. but mom and pops are going to go out of business, or there's going to be longer lines in their store because they can't afford to pay a bagger $15 an hour. Okay, they just
Right.
can't. They just can't. And then the other part of
Right.
it is
Employers
inflation.
gonna want to require more education.
If you're paying people $15 an hour in your states, look what happens to products in the store. In order to recoup the money that they're paying you for $15 an hour or whatever they're doing, they're going to have to say, okay, we're going to have to raise prices because we can't afford this. So that $15 an hour you made after they've raised prices is the same as if you were making minimum wage.
Right. But you know what? Here's the thing: in Las Cruces, New Mexico, where I'm from, the city does not allow you businesses to increase their prices because that's considered price gouging. So you
Yeah.
have to eat the cost of the minimum wage. The businesses have to eat the cost.
And then what
They're not
happens?
allowed to increase.
So what happens when you go in the hole so far and you don't have no money?
Well, that's
I
on the
think it's gonna
business,
be
not on.
The business goes out of business, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because you can't run a business in the negative. After a
Right.
while, people
But
want to
the
get money.
yeah, but the city wants you to run the way it is, while increasing your prices.
But you got to remember something. New Mexico has voted liberal for decades.
Okay.
And that's what they do. I mean, that's let's increase. But if you can't afford to pay workers, and let's say a year in, you go, shit, man, we're $200,000 in the hole because we just can't afford this.
Right.
Or they let people go until they can afford it, and you bag your own groceries. Or you go to Walmart and you become a cashier for Walmart while you're scanning all
Right.
your stuff. And then there's certain things, oh, I'm not scanning that one, but you throw it in the bag. And then at the end, it says, hey, rate us on how you did. Okay, Terry always puts, oh, I'm a 5 out of 5 stars. I did a great job being a cashier at Walmart. Because now that's, how many lines you think is open at a Walmart where somebody's actually scanning your stuff and you pay them?
Actually, here in Colorado, the WalMarts here are all AI now. There's no
Yeah.
cashiers in Walmart here
There
in
you go.
Colorado.
Yeah.
It's all AI automated.
So how many jobs did that put out of how many people lost their jobs because they went AI? Yeah.
Several. Actually, Walmart getting greedy nationwide.
Yeah.
They're trying to save money.
Yeah.
They're trying to save money, and I tell you that. And when I worked for Walmart back in 2009, 2010, they was in New Mexico, and I was earning like $7.25 an hour at the time. But I started as a car pusher. Then they put me inside maintenance, and then they let me go on a leave of absence. They told me not to come back because of my disability, being blind.
Yeah.
They told me not. They put me on a medical leave of absence, and the reason they do that, people with disabilities, so they will not get unemployment or nothing.
Right.
And you cannot sue Walmart for discrimination because when you first get hired on, you sign an agreement, you will not sue them or go to the EEO special.
Yeah.
So that's how Walmart operates.
Nope, I don't go to self checkout. I fill up the basket, Jerry said, and I just leave it loaded. Yeah. Okay. So here's the other thing is big businesses like Walmart can afford to automate all their stuff. Mom and pops can't. So what happens to mom and pops?
They end up going under.
They go out of business. They go under. They can't compete. I know Oklahoma has a 6% law. Okay. Walmart's got to increase. Was it Walmart increases their prices, or big box stores have to increase their prices by 6% so that smaller business can compete with them?
Wow.
That bike lift in Arkansas is going to go if the the new highway doesn't go that way.
What's that now?
Eric and Tina say Walmart ain't losing money. The Waltons are currently building a multi-million-dollar bike lift in Bella Vista, Arkansas, just south of our farm. I'm wondering how that's going to do if that highway they were proposing doesn't go that way due to natural habitat. Because you know Lauren and Joel at Making It Home are fighting their new
What the
highway.
hell is a bike lift? I don't even know what a bike lift is.
And
Oh my
that
gosh,
person
I've never
in-
heard that.
Well, yeah, and I will tell you something that, like in Chicago, Walmart closed down a lot of Walmarts because they were losing money on people just walking in there, taking stuff, and leaving. It got so bad that they had to close. Now everybody, oh, what about us? Well, if you'd stop stealing everything in the store and doing these, snatch and grabs.
Well, that happened here in Colorado. They closed all the big lots and Hobby Lobbies here.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, because all the snatch and grabs going on.
Terry said they're closing Hobby Lobbies all over the place. Oh, Big Lots. Yeah, big Lots. You can't find us Big Lots open up in Oklahoma. I know that. They've closed them.
Well, they closed all the ones in the Denver metro area because due to the high rate of crime.
Yeah, but you got to remember something.
What time are you going to take them cats to get
As
sick?
Albuquerque and Santa Fe and Las Cruces votes, that's the whole state. That's where the populations are.
What time
Well,
are you going to take
well, including Alamogordo too, because I lived in Alamogordo 20 years ago too.
Yeah, but the population in Albuquerque, Alamogordo doesn't come close to that one.
Right.
Yeah. It's kind of like they always say the way Memphis votes, that's how the state of Tennessee goes, because that's where all the people live.
What time are you going to
It's
take
actually
the cats?
the county of I can't remember what they called the county and where Memphis is. But guys, I'm going to tell you something. I don't know how this is going to play out if they send you a $2,000 check. Okay. I don't know. Nobody, I do know that when you're in the whole $37 trillion, anything you do to disturb that or add to that is going to raise the inflation rate. There's no doubt about that.
He wouldn't shut up long enough for me to tell him.
What's that?
What time are you going to take the cats?
Oh, I just have to be there this afternoon.
I thought you said 10 o'clock.
Well, I said I was going to get off here at 10 o'clock so I can get ready to do it, but I don't have to take them. They want them there after 12 o'clock because
Well, I ain't staying until this afternoon.
they're not going to do the surgery until tomorrow. But it's all part of the price. Man, it's like $120. Was it $120 for both of them? $120 each. So we can prevent unwanted pregnancies here on the homestead. With all these feral cats that's running around here, I don't need a herd of cats because you can't eat them.
A flock.
Hey, I heard that.
Good morning, beautiful.
When I lived in Alamogordo 20 years ago, I heard Alamogordo is a tourist town.
Yeah.
They have a very strong economics in Alamogordo. Because it's a tourist town, you got the Space Museum, you got Home and Air Force Base, and you got the Toy Train Depot, White Sands, National Monument, and all that.
I-49 is already open here. I guess that's what they were building.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of the interstate, I-25 is no longer free in Colorado. it's now a toll road.
25?
I-25.
Really?
Yeah, it's a toll road now. Yep. So going from Colorado Springs up to Denver, it's a toll road
really?
now. Yeah.
Holy
So you got to
smokes.
pay to drive on it. Then
Yeah.
on the left side, you got the 2 express lane, which is more expensive.
Yeah, well, that's what we've been living here with in Oklahoma. There's toll roads everywhere. Texas, toll
I've been
road.
to yeah, I've been to Oklahoma once. Almost 20 years ago in 2006, we went to Oklahoma City with my parents, pick
Yeah,
up a cousin coming down from Indiana. So we drove halfway up to Oklahoma City, and yeah, there are toll roads in Oklahoma. There's the I-44, the the World Rogers Turnpike.
yeah. Will Rogers Turnpike. Yeah, all the Indian
Yeah,
nations have turnpikes on theirs.
yeah. Actually, in New Mexico, there's a toll road now from Santa Fe going to Española in New Mexico.
Yeah.
It's I-285 now. Go from North Santa Fe up to Española.
Oh, really?
So the ones that benefits from that toll road are the church in Chimayo. Benefits from the church in Chimayo.
Right.
The benefits from the toll road.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the only toll road in New Mexico so far. It's one in Santa Fe. Then the Veteran Memorial Highway.
Yeah.
So that's
He
so
had
that's where the
Jerry had a episode, and in fact, he had it right after he was on here on Friday.
Mike told him he looked bad, so he went and made himself bad.
And he started having some pains in his chest when he was supposed to be out fixing the fence. And he went to the doctor. They took him up. He had to go to Joplin, and they had to do a bunch of tests on him and stuff. But he says he's doing better and he's feeling okay.
Hey, did you ever go to Cloudcroft, Mike, when you were in Alamogordo?
No. I was
Oh,
actually
you
I was at White Sands, and
White Sand Missile Range?
yeah, and I went down there while I was there to Alamogordo. I can't remember.
Yeah.
That was back in 1991 or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked at White Sands back in 08
Yeah.
at the commissary. Remember working at White Sands Missile Range. Yeah,
Nice,
like I
nice,
said,
nice.
All right. So guys, I'm going to get off here. It's 10:13 Central Standard Time. Again, who knows? But will tell you, when you hand out money and there's nothing backing it, inflation's going to happen. Okay, so let's see how this plays out. If you get your check, use it wisely. Okay. If you don't get a check, you're making too much damn money. Okay. And I think that if you're somebody that doesn't pay taxes or you haven't paid taxes, should you even get money?
What if you're on Social Security?
Well, it's what it says. If you're on Social Security, there's people that's on Social Security, but they still have a 401k. If they're making more than 100,000 off those things, then you're not getting a check.
Oh, I only getting like 9,000, like 900 a month.
Well, you'll get it. You'll get it if you're on.
But but I heard that's only Republican states are gonna get those.
No, that's not true.
That's what Colorado said.
No, well, that's because
Colorado never know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
They're always talking out their
that's
ass.
why they're turning it over to the IRS. And if you're on Social Security, because if you're on Social Security, you're still paying taxes. Okay, can't get away from that.
Okay.
Right. But if you're paying taxes and you're on the books with the IRS and you made under 100,000, whatever your situation is, you're going to get a check. That's
Yeah, because what they were saying here in Colorado, like whoever voted Republican during the November election is gonna get it, and those who didn't, they're not.
that's a bold-faced lie. They're going to say whatever. Yeah, Colorado is a woke state. And they're going to say everything the opposite. So just wait. If you get it in the mail, guys, I'd save it because it's money you didn't have. Okay. And you might have an emergency sometime and you got nothing to fall back on. I would put that away, but some people got to spend it right away. Somebody's going to take that check and go buy shoes and go buy pants and whatever they're going to buy, and it's going to be gone. So
I could do with some new shorts, Mike.
there you go.
Yeah, but here's the thing. They can still take away that check from you after you get it, like pull money from your account if you get direct deposit.
But now you're talking conspiracy shit. Hey, Krubby the Beagle, welcome in. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah, buy a gun and ammo. But guys, I'm glad you guys came in. Hey, I love these. I love doing these things. I will see you on Friday, and we'll have an open discussion. We can talk about anything you want to talk about. So that'll be a fun time. Remember, Tuesdays, 8 o'clock, Sergeant's Talk TV. Jason and I will be on there. Guys, we love you. And Wednesday, 8 o'clock, Terrie and I, we got a plan. We're going to do a live, and you guys can flood her with questions, okay? But we will be giving away some Mid-America YouTube T-shirts on that live, which is Wednesday at 8 p.m. So get ready, guys. And the merch store is all populated with Mid-America merch for 2026. And the small amount that we make off the shirts, we try to keep all the prices very low, will help us pay the price for putting on the Mid-America. So that's what we do. Hope to see you guys at Mid-America. We're going to start that campaign next month, hard and heavy. And those 6 months are going to fly by. Okay? So we love you guys. Hey, remember, be kind to one another. Help somebody in need. And always, always think of that. Guys, we love you. God bless you. We'll see you on the next one.
All right,
Bye,
thank
Paul.
you. Bye, Mike.
You don't have nothing to say?
Bye, Paul.
Can you hear me? All right. All right. Have a good one. Be blessed, everyone.